A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I want A plus English, 'cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hey there! Welcome back to A+. I'm Seb.
And I'm Laura.
So Laura, what happened last time?
Okay, I think we learned about movies and movie tickets, right?
We did.
我们聊了很多跟电影相关的单字，像是刚提到的电影票的英文就是 movie tickets.
Right. Catherine and Jeff were going to watch a movie, weren't they? What did they see?
他们好像要看一个爱情片. I think Jeff wanted to watch Love River Love Story, didn't he?
He did. But they didn't see it, did they?
Yeah, because it's R-rated. Okay, 是18岁以上才可以看哦。So they went to see High School for Ghosts instead.
Right, and they thought it was, Jeff thought it was going to be a scary movie, but it wasn't. And so now they've taken their seats in Theatre 3. Let's find out what happens next.
Can we have some popcorn?
At the movies. Welcome to Picture Dictionary.
Today we're going to introduce some words you can use at a movie theater.
That sounds really interesting.
It sure does. Don't you just love learning English words?
Right now, please pay attention and read the words and sentences as loudly as you can. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Let's get started and have fun. Drama film, thriller film, horror film, romantic film, popcorn, theater, box office, anime, comedy film, animation film, animated film, action film, documentary, science fiction film, screen.
Did you buy the popcorn and drinks?
Yes, let's go in.
They enter Theater 3.
Here we are, row D, seats 14 and 15.
They sit down and Jeff starts talking on his phone.
Excuse me, can you turn your phone off? Jeff, the movie is about to start.
Okay, bye. Sorry, Catherine.
Turn your phone off in the theater.
I was talking quietly.
Yes, but the light from your phone can distract people, and you might be recording the movie.
I didn't think of that. I don't want the staff to throw me out.
Right, so be careful.
Shh, the movie's starting.
Word power!
Turn off. Turn off. Don't forget to turn off your computer before you leave the classroom. Don't forget to turn off your computer before you leave the classroom. Start. Start. The race will start soon. Are you ready to run? The race will start soon. Are you ready to run? Quietly. Quietly. Will walked out of his room quietly because his parents were sleeping. Will walked out of his room quietly because his parents were sleeping. Careful. Careful. Jim is a careful driver. He always drives slowly. Jim is a careful driver. He always drives slowly.
认识字汇
Distract. Staff.
Right, so Jeff and Catherine are back in the movie theatre. Catherine asks, "Did you buy the popcorn and drinks?"
所以现在他们两个人都进入戏院了，对不对？然后 Catherine 就说，你买爆米花跟这个饮料了吗？Of course you gotta have popcorn. What's a movie without popcorn?
Exactly, you need your snacks.
I know. So did he buy popcorn and drinks?
He did, because he says, "Yes, let's go in."
所以 Jeff 就说买了，我们进去吧。
Okay, so next it says they enter Theatre 3. Remember, that's the room where the movie is being played.
OK，所以他们要走进3厅 ，OK， 因为有很多厅嘛。
Okay, Catherine is looking for the seats. She says, "Here we are, row D, seats 14 and 15."
OK，Catherine 就说，我们的座位在这里哦。她就找到了第一排14跟15号座位。
So they sit down and Jeff starts talking on his phone.
Oh my gosh, so rude.
It is so rude.
所以他们就坐下，可是这时候 Jeff 就开始做一件有点不礼貌的事情，他开始怎么样？讲电话。That's so rude, Jeff.
It is, especially in a movie theatre. So the person sat next to them says,
Right.
"Excuse me, can you turn your phone off?"
I knew it. 所以他的邻居就旁边的人就说，不好意思哦，你可以麻烦你把手机关机吗 ？Excuse me. OK， 就是不好意思 ，OK， 或者是抱歉的说法，我们可以用 excuse me。它可以用来突然，比如说你要打断对方的话，要去询问某件事情，像是 Excuse me, but do you mind if I shut the window？ 你介不介意我关一下窗户 ？Or Excuse me, do you know where I can find the MRT？ 可能在问路的时候就会用到这样子，就不好意思，你知道这个捷运站在哪？或者有时候你可能做了一个小尴尬 ，OK， 或是有可能不太礼貌的事情，像是可能笑太大声啦，或是咳嗽啦 ，coughing or burping 打嗝，或是走路你可能挡到人啦 ，getting in somebody's way or bumping into someone 不小心撞到人，都会用 excuse me，OK，like excuse me, I didn't notice you were standing there，OK，另外你还可以用。Pardon or I'm sorry to bother you 也同样有表示不好意思打扰了这样子的意思哦。
So for those little awkward moments. Yeah. Right, and the neighbor is asking Jeff to turn off his phone.
Right.
Turn off. That's a verb. T-U-R-N. Turn. O-F-F. Off. Turn off. Let's find out what this means. So, turn off. This means to power down a machine so it's no longer on. We use turn off with anything that uses electricity or fuel. So you can turn off the stove or the oven when you're cooking. Remember, when you finish cooking, you have to turn off the fire. Otherwise, you could, I don't know, set fire to your kitchen. Also with our phones and our computers, we turn them off. You may have noticed before when you travel by plane, you have to turn off your phone. When you take off and when you land. Now, by now you know that turn off needs an object, but how you use it is quite easy because you can either put the object either between turn and off or after off. So you can either turn your phone off or turn off your phone. What is the opposite of turn off? Easy. Turn on. Okay, so let's take a look at our example sentence now. Don't forget to turn off your computer before you leave the classroom. Don't forget to turn off your computer before you leave the classroom.
Turn off 就是关掉某个电器用品的电源，比方像是我们的例句提到，就是离开教室前别忘了怎么样呢？要 turn off your computer， 关掉你的电脑哦。那中文我们常常会用开跟关。就是比如说电脑啊，或是门啊，或是电视。可是呢，中文都是一样用开关，但是英文千万不要用 open 跟 close。OK， 来表示开或关某个电器用品，因为 open close 比较是开合的东西，像是 open or close your eyes, book, or open the door, open the window 等等。所以今天我们学到的 turn on 或是 turn off 就是关起来，那相反就是 turn on 就是开一个电器用品。So for example, turn on the air conditioner. OK 就是开冷气啦，或者关冷气啦 ，or turn on or turn off your cell phone. OK，那比较棒的是，像 Seb 说，它可以放在就是 turn your phone off or turn off your phone，所以我们可以拆开，可拆或是不可拆都可以用 turn off。
Okay, so Catherine is getting impatient now. She says, Jeff, the movie is about to start.
She finds it embarrassing, I think. 她说 Jeff, 电影要开始了。Start, it's about to start.
Yeah, it's about to start. Start, that's another verb, S-T-A-R-T, start. When something starts, it begins to happen. So if I ask when the party starts, I want to know when the people will arrive, when the music will be turned on, and the event will begin. Now, in this case, we're using the intransitive form of the verb. That just means that it doesn't need an object. So the party starts, the movie is starting. But start can also take an object. You can start your homework, so you're starting to do it, or you can start the car when you're about to go for a drive, so you're turning on the car. So our example sentence is, the race will start soon. Are you ready to run? The race will start soon. Are you ready to run?
Start 就是开始，它是个动词，像是我们的例句提到，比赛就要开始了，你准备好要开跑了吗？OK， 那其实运动前我们要开始一开始要做什么暖身的运动 ？So you could probably say, let's start with some warm-up exercises，或者是呢，开始玩游戏的时候 ，as soon as you're ready to play, we'll start。你准备好，我们就开始玩喽。或是有时候打字，有没有？我们在 line 别人的时候，可能打错字 ，so then you probably have to delete what you wrote and start again, right? Okay, 就是重新再打字打一次。
Right.
Okay, let's go back to the article.
Yes. Okay, so now Jeff is finishing his phone call and he says, okay, bye. Sorry, Catherine.
Okay， 他就说好啦，再见，然后就跟 Catherine 说对不起。
He's getting off his phone, but that's not enough. Catherine asks him to turn your phone off in the theater.
Yeah, Jeff.
Why do we need to turn our phone off in the theater?
Okay, so Catherine 就说，在这个影厅里面要把你的手机关掉。Because you might annoy other people.
Yes, but Jeff doesn't understand that. He thinks it's not a problem. He says, I was talking quietly.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, 你会不会太白目？还补了一句说，我讲得很小声呢。That's not the point, Jeff.
It's not the point. He thinks that the point is it was okay because he was talking quietly, which is an adverb, and that's spelt Q-U-I-E-T-L-Y, quietly. Here's how to use it. Right, so when we do something quietly, we're doing it without making a lot of noise. If you're in a library, you'll be told to speak quietly, so you don't disturb anybody who's reading. If you sit quietly, that is to sit down and not make a lot of noise, which is probably what Catherine wants Jeff to do, right? Or you could work quietly. So your teacher may tell you, don't talk with your friends, work quietly. Or don't play around, work quietly. That means you sit down, you do your work, you don't make any sound. It's kind of boring though, right? Anyway, our example sentence is, Will walked out of his room quietly because his parents were sleeping. Will walked out of his room quietly because his parents were sleeping.
Quietly 就是安静地，它是一个副词，像是刚刚例句提到 Will 安静地走出他的房间，因为他爸妈在睡觉。So I'm trying to speak quietly 就是小声说话。Or you could also quietly read in your room 在你的房间小声的阅读。Don't read it loud.
Yeah. Yes, but the light from your phone can distract people and you might be recording the movie. That's what Catherine tells Jeff.
So true. Catherine 说的很好，她说，可是你的手机发出来的光会让人家分心啊，而且你有可能会怎么样拿来录影，来自 illegal。Distract 是什么呢？就是干扰。那刚刚的句子其实还提到 ，You might be recording the movie. Might be 就是有推测，你可能怎么样怎么样，像是 It might be true. 那可能是真的。或者是 I thought you might like this. 我想你可能会喜欢这个呢。那除了 might， 我们还可以用 may, could or must。然后接 be 动词表示推测哦。想要知道更多有关推测要怎么说，我们可以请教我们的 Magic Box 老师。Let's check it out.
Okay.
Magic Box 找亮点。
Hi, I'm Dora. 我就是爱冒险的朵拉。小朋友们准备好跟我一起去冒险了吗？今天呢，我们要挑战神秘的起司洞窟。听说呢，里面有各式各样的起司，有切达起司，有山羊起司。There could also be blue cheese in the cave. 可能还有臭臭的蓝起司哦。赶快呢，准备好你的刀叉，我们呢准备要到起司洞窟来探险喽。我们呢中文里面很常说可能怎么样，有机会怎么样，用这样的语气呢来表示你的推测。英文里面呢也有这样的用法哦，我们呢就可以使用这些助动词来表示可能，它们呢就叫做情态助动词。情态助动词呢就可以用来表示很多事情哦，比方说可以表示能力。例如呢 I can speak English， 这个 can 呢就是一个情态助动词，它表示能力。那呢也可以表示许可，比方说呢你去拜访这个校长哦 ，You may enter now， 你呢现在可以进来校长室咯。这个 may 呢也是我们的情态助动词。那今天呢我们特别呢就要来聊聊情态助动词呢用来表示可能性，像是呢我们还没有进去洞窟里面，不晓得里面有什么东西，但是呢可能会有。There could be blue cheese in this cave。洞窟里面可能会有蓝 cheese。There could be blue cheese in this cave。如果我们只是说 There is blue cheese， 表示呢很肯定，那里有很确定哦。There is blue cheese。但是呢，要表示你的推测，因为我们都还没有进去嘛，所以我们在猜里面可能有。这时候呢，我们就可以加上情态助动词 could。There could be， 那里可能会有，整个句子的语气呢就被 could 给改变了，情态助动词呢在句子里就能发挥这样的效果哦。知道了怎么使用情态助动词，我们现在呢可以试试看用一些其他的情态助动词来造句咯。比方说，我们到了洞窟里面了，我们看到了这个神奇的红色 cheese， 红色 cheese 我们都没吃过，可能是什么味道呢？Could it be spicy？ 它可能是辣的吗 ？Could it be spicy？ It might taste like strawberry。可能不是辣的，它可能吃起来是草莓口味的哦。It might taste like strawberry。不过等一下，这么鲜艳的红色，我觉得呢，你应该不要乱吃，搞不好有毒哦。It may be poisonous。It may be poisonous。可是小猴子波吃太饿了，它好想吃哦。It must be tasty， 一定很好吃。It must be tasty。汤啊，不可以随便把奇怪的东西吃下去咯。刚刚呢，我们用的 may、might、could， 它们呢都可以用来表示可能，而 must 虽然呢也是表示推测，但它的推测呢是一定、肯定哦，一定可以吃，一定很好吃。但是呢，因为没有人吃，没有人知道，所以呢，再怎么肯定，它呢还是一个情态助动词，表示推测咯。
Okay, so Jeff finally gets why he shouldn't be on his phone. He says, I didn't think of that. I don't want the staff to throw me out.
OK, Jeff 就说我没有想到这一点，我可不想要被工作人员赶出去。So staff 就是员工，然后 throw somebody out 就是把某人赶出去。比方像是 She got thrown out of school for cheating， 作弊是很糟糕的，因为你可能会被学校赶出去。
Wait, Laura, you haven't been thrown out of a place before, have you?
Of course not. I've always been a good girl. Okay.
Yeah, no one wants to be thrown out of anywhere. That's why Catherine says, right, so be careful.
对啊，所以要小心一点 ，careful。
Careful, that's an adjective and it's spelt C-A-R-E-F-U-L. Careful. Let's find out just how to use it. Right, so when we are careful, it means that we are paying a lot of attention to what we are doing so that there are no mistakes or accidents. As a kid, I remember my mum used to always shout, "Be careful," whenever I was running around or climbing up places that I shouldn't be climbing up. Because accidents happen all the time, we can use careful in lots of different ways in English. For example, I could warn you to be careful what you say to me if I think you might be rude, and I might get angry with you if you don't think before you speak. So I'm warning you, be careful about what you say to me. So our example sentence is, Jim is a careful driver. He always drives slowly. Jim is a careful driver. He always drives slowly.
Okay, careful 很多的 care。OK， 当然就是很小心的啊，很谨慎的，它是个形容词。像是 Jim， 他是一个很谨慎的这个驾驶，他开车啊总是开得很慢。Sounds like my dad。OK， 那有时候我们会大声说 "Be careful"， 就是小心啊。The stove is hot， 这个炉子很烫，它会烫到。Or often when we talk about if you're careful with your money, that means you only spend what you can afford. 就是花钱花在刀口上，很小心，很谨慎。那像我呢，是一个很有同理心的人，因为呢 I'm very careful of other people's feelings. That's really important, guys.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt people's feelings.
I know.
Yeah, be careful. Anyway, it seems like neither of them should be talking anymore because Jeff says, "Shh, the movie's starting."
Okay, Jeff 就说 "Shh." 好了，电影要开始了。
Yeah, suddenly Jeff cares about the movie. And that's almost all we've got time for today, but not before we finish up with another game. So let's finish off with our wrap-up for the day.
Okay.
Wait for it. It's review time. 复习时间到喽。
Right. So today we're going to play a really fun guessing game, okay? It's called 10 questions.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to think of a word from today.
Right.
Okay? I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
And I want you to ask yes or no questions and try and work out what I'm
I
thinking
only get
of.
10 questions. 我只能问10个问题，要得到我的答案。Okay.
Okay.
Can you use this word to describe a person? 你可以用来形容一个人。
No.
啊，不行哦。所以我觉得好像 careful 就要被打叉叉了。Can you use this phrase or word with an electrical appliance? 就是跟电器用品有没有关的
No.
Huh? Okay,
You've got 8
that's two questions. Is it a verb?
It's not a verb.
Huh? Okay.
Not many left.
它不是个动词，所以应该是 quietly 吧，我在猜。
It is quietly.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I gave you too many questions.
Okay.
Okay, right.
I'll think of one.
Okay,
You can
yeah,
ask
you
me
go,
questions.
you go.
Okay.
Okay.
好，我想到一个了。
Oh, okay, right. Okay. Would my mum say it to me if I was running around and okay. Is it something that is beginning? Is it a verb we use when we begin to do something?
你好烦哦。Yes.
So it's start.
你好烦哦。Why are you so good
got
at this?
Yeah, took me only 2 goes. Okay, right. One more from me.
Okay.
Right, got it.
Can you do this with lights?
You can do this with lights.
Can you turn it off? Turn off.
Yes, you can turn it off.
好聪明哦。I only asked one question. I got it.
Okay, well, you can try with the last one if you want.
Okay. The last one. 我们最后一个是 quietly 吧，对不对？Oh, careful.
Yeah.
This is something that Seb's mom will always tell him when he was a kid.
You're
when
right.
He's playing with fire.
Careful, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Always
there
playing
you
with
go.
fire.
You guys can play this game, okay,
Yes.
yourselves.
Okay.
But we're out of time, so we'll
All
see
right.
you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
At the movies.
Welcome to Picture Dictionary.
Today we're going to introduce some words you can use at a movie theater.
That sounds really interesting.
It sure does. Don't you just love learning English words?
Right now, please pay attention and read the words and sentences as loudly as you can. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Let's get started and have fun. Drama film, thriller film, horror film, romantic film, popcorn, theater, box office, anime, comedy film, animation film, animated film, action film, documentary, science fiction film, screen.
Did you buy the popcorn and drinks?
Yes, let's go in.
They enter Theater 3.
Here we are, row D, seats 14 and 15.
They sit down and Jeff starts talking on his phone.
Excuse me, can you turn your phone off? Jeff, the movie is about to start.
Okay, bye. Sorry, Catherine.
Turn your phone off in the theater.
I was talking quietly.
Yes, but the light from your phone can distract people, and you might be recording the movie.
I didn't think of that. I don't want the staff to throw me out.
Right, so be careful.
Shh, the movie's starting.
Turn off. Turn off. Don't forget to turn off your computer before you leave the classroom. Don't forget to turn off your computer before you leave the classroom. Start. Start. The race will start soon. Are you ready to run? The race will start soon. Are you ready to run? Quietly. Quietly. Will walked out of his room quietly because his parents were sleeping. Will walked out of his room quietly because his parents were sleeping. Careful. Careful. Jim is a careful driver. He always drives slowly. Jim is a careful driver. He always drives slowly.
认识字汇。
Distract. Staff.